Okay, podcast community. My name is Cameron King. This is the Three Questions Podcast, episode 19. I have three questions here from John from Pennsylvania. John's been one of my long-term clients, and he has submitted an abundance of great questions, mostly business focused. And it's been a while since I've actually recorded a podcast. So these are going to be business focused ones. These are ones that I often think about for my own business. And a lot of the entrepreneurs I work with, a lot of the people building businesses or trying to level up their careers, these are questions that I think you're going to be able to get a lot from. So let's hop right into it. First, of course, our sponsor up through episode 50. I have done a number of these, but Ads Sciences, my friend Howie, is a data science platform and digital advertising service that runs the world's best performing Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns. Their clients and those of their agency partners get significantly more higher quality leads, as well as more sales at a lower cost per lead. That's right, a lower cost per lead and cost per sale. So with a higher return on ad spend, they are able to grow their clients exceptionally well, the best I've ever seen it, especially within my advertising days. And it's a great fit for both B2B and B2C advertisers across nearly every market and vertical. To learn more about Ads Sciences, you can go to their website, adsciences.com, or you can directly contact Howie. That is Howie, Howie, at appanite.com. That is APPANITE.com, Howie at appanite.com, or again, ads sciences.com. Okay, go check them out. I guarantee if you're trying to grow your product or your business, they would love to help you out, and they will show you exactly what they will do for you and for how much. So before I get into it, okay, I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. John, thank you for submitting these questions. Please continue to submit questions as well. I'll read a little bit more about how you can do that at the end, but let's get into it. Question number one. This is episode 19. When it comes to professional services, what are the 5 shortcomings that are limiting my business? Okay. When it comes to professional services, I typically see a number of things working with entrepreneurs, working with C-suite people, and then my 10 plus years, 12 plus years of advertising, marketing, sales. I see this all the time. There are 5 things that limit your business. I'm going to list them off straight from the top of my head. I took 0 notes on this. I gave myself about 30 seconds to marinate on these questions before I hit record. So here it goes. Number 1 is your own self-belief. Okay, that's the first thing that is limiting your shortcoming on your business. Number 2 is you're pigeonholing yourself. Okay, you are so busy trying to be reactive to the work coming in that you are not being proactive in growing yourself. Okay, so you're pigeonholing yourself in a small box that's asking more than you can actually produce. Okay, so you're in too small of a hole, and you need to get yourself out of that hole. You need to invest in knowledge, okay? Because right now you're trying to produce more than you are capable of, and that is going to burn you out, okay? Number 3, excuse me, this is a big thing for your mentality, okay? Shit going on at home. If you have shit going on at home, you will not be able to perform in business. I don't know anybody that has stuff going on at home that performs well at work. So if your home life is not shored up, holy cow, man, get your life together, figure that stuff out, then figure your business stuff out, because people that have stuff going on at home, they're not good at business for long, if that makes sense. Okay. Number 3, if you feel like you have a shortcoming at work, you're trying to do too much. Dude, look at your team. Who's around you, right? Who wants you to succeed? Who's willing to take the load off your back? Okay. I know there are all sorts of team dynamics out there and team building stuff, but at the end of the day, right? If you need help, who is the one person that you can call on your team? Say, hey, man, I'm struggling. I need some help here. Can you help me out? If you don't have those people on your team, if you don't have one person at work that you can do that for, you might be in the wrong position, okay? And number 5, holy cow, this one is so obvious to me, but like, again, if you feel like you have a shortcoming at work, you are trying to force whatever is going on, okay? Your entire life does not have to be struggle and strife. Your life should generally be a good life. It will undoubtedly be tough. It will undoubtedly bring some very, very difficult challenges ahead of you, okay? And how you sort of gear yourself for those more difficult challenges that life will bring to you is by consciously choosing to do tough things, right? You can toughen yourself up by choosing to do tough things. But if your entire life, if your entire professional work life, at home life is just struggle and strife, and it always feels like it's against the ground and you're always burning out to the point where you always feel like you have a shortcoming, you are doing this the wrong way. You should be having fun. Life will inevitably throw you challenges. Do not worry about that. Yes, toughen yourself up. But holy cow, if it is always a struggle to get stuff done, if you always feel like you have a shortcoming, if you always feel like you have 5 shortcomings, or there should be any of these 5 shortcomings, you need to look at this last one, okay? How much of your life should be struggle and strife? How much of it should actually be pleasurable and enjoyable, right? Think about this concept of flowing and forcing, okay? If you're always forcing, you're never really flowing. And the most stuff you ever get done is when you're in a flow state, or you're just in a flow feeling. Okay, so think about those 5 things. I just listed them off. I did not write them down. So I honestly think that most people get in their own way when it comes to this one. Okay, you don't need to be Superman. You don't need to get the most stuff done. Okay, you also don't need to self-sabotage yourself and burn yourself out all the time. If you are feeling that way at work, you have got to start making some changes at home. Get your home life in order. Doesn't always have to be a struggle. You shouldn't generally enjoy what you do. And if you are not doing that, it might be time to go and look at something else. Okay, entrepreneur aside, your business aside, don't forget what it means to be and live a human existence, if that makes sense. Okay, 4 minutes 30 seconds for that one. I'm going to hop to question number 2. Okay, second question from John. When it comes to professional services, what are 5 things I'm focusing on that I shouldn't be? This one's a little bit easier. What are 5 things I'm focusing on that I shouldn't be? Okay, number 1, what your coworkers are doing. Number 2, what your competition is doing. Number 3, what other people think of you, for sure. Stop caring about what other people think of you. Number 4, stop thinking the grass is greener on the other side. Okay, the grass is green where you water it. Think about that. Number 5, last thing that you're focusing on that you shouldn't be. Okay, comparing yourself to where you thought you would be at this age. I'm guilty of all 5 of those things all the time. Okay, and if that doesn't make sense to you, I want you to go back 30 seconds and listen to all of those. But those 5 things, probably almost in that exact order, I suffer from all the damn time. It is very difficult to sort of will yourself out of that. But focusing on what other people are doing, what other people think about you, where you thought you'd be, these things tend to go hand in hand. Okay, and when you are comparing yourself to where you thought you would be, or what this person thinks you, or what that person says, you are taking away from your own power. You are allowing other people to live rent-free in your head. And you are allowing a story to be written by someone else. And then you take that story and you run it as your own narrative, which is super unhealthy. Okay, so when you focus on other people, number 1, you're not focusing on your lane. You need to focus on what you want to do, right? Write your damn goals down every single morning. Put them on the wall, like I have mine up on that wall. Okay, some of them just didn't come to fruition. That's okay. I'm going to stop. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to keep moving forward towards the other ones that I know will happen. Okay, life will inevitably bring you challenges, and what is meant for you will not miss you. I guarantee it. Okay, but the best way to miss it, or to delay it, or to prevent it is to focus on what other people are doing and what other people think about you. None of that shit matters. Find a way to build a bridge and get over it. Let it go. Okay, change your own narrative. Change your hair. Change your style, change your hobbies. You can change everything about you, okay? But the best relationship you have in the world is a relationship with yourself. It has got to be, okay? You are not getting out of that body anytime soon, not for the next decade or 4 or 5 maybe, okay? You have got to find a way to make peace with who you are, what you do, why you do it, okay? Do not let other people write a narrative about yourself, and stop, for the love of God, focusing on other people. This is why social media is the worst. Because social media allows us to simply and purely focus on what other people are doing. Okay, get rid of that stuff, drop the narratives, bring the focus back on you. When you quiet your world, okay, your intuition, your voice, the things that you need to do, the things that you end up doing become that much better when you quiet everything else around you. Okay, a loud, noisy phone, a loud, noisy life. Okay, too many different things plugged in too many different directions, that will sap your energy like crazy. Quiet the noise, limit the distractions, get shit done quietly and silently, and let your actions and your content and your results speak for themselves. Okay. Nobody can argue with that stuff at the end of the day. Make sense? So, window just popped up. Let's see. Last question. So many CEOs talk about beating the sun up. If I seem to have my best thoughts and productivity at night, how can I turn myself from a night owl to a morning bird? Okay, so how can you become less of a night person and more of a morning person? I've actually listened to a couple things from Andrew Huberman on this, and I will not do it justice in terms of explaining it, but essentially you can switch yourself from becoming a night person to a morning person. Okay, your circadian rhythm, okay, determines where your melatonin peaks and rises throughout the day. And these sorts of things are really, they will dictate sort of how you get tired in the day or not. Okay. A lot of people, if your circadian rhythm is off, if you are taking in an abundance of blue light later at night, if you work out, if you eat late, or if you're just stimulating yourself with your phone or through TV, you are keeping those receptors awake. And what you're doing is you are not allowing your brain to sort of rest and digest, right? You go from sympathetic mode, which is fight or flight, to parasympathetic mode, which is rest and digest. And blue light interrupts that circadian rhythm at some point. Okay, this is why, rolling over at 2 or 3 a.m. and looking at your phone and blasting your face full of blue light is a terrible idea. That will keep you awake for longer. So here's what I do. I honestly do not try to touch my phone for an hour before bed. Okay. No TV, no content watching. I will try and read a book, and I try to tire my body out first. Okay. If I do CrossFit, if I do jujitsu, I know my body will be tired by the end of the day. Okay. I try to eat earlier in the night too. So I typically will try and eat around 5 or 6. That way my body has time to digest, and then it sort of prepares itself for sleep. I know if I'm watching content or if I'm watching TV or just on my phone or even working till 10 or 11, it makes it very easy to stay up till midnight or later, even if I stop working at like 11. Okay. But I will force myself to pretty much stop working at like 9 in hopes that I can be in bed and tired and or falling asleep by 10. Okay. So I'll shave, maybe I'll read a book, meditate, I'll stretch. I'll do these things on my own, journal for that sort of last hour of the day, and then I try to fall asleep. I think the best way for you, John, in this case, is to set a standard wake up time every single day. Okay, whether that's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., you stick to that schedule every single day. Jocko has a really good thing on this too. But if you wake up at the same time every single day, yeah, you're going to be tired because maybe you don't fall asleep till 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and maybe you're only getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep. But over time, if you know that you are going to wake up at 6 a.m. every single day, no matter what, eventually, after 21 days, it should be a habit. Okay. It's going to take 21 days to install the habit into your brain. It's going to take 66 days for you to cement it. So I would argue that if you really want to become a morning person from being a night person, then you are going to have to do this for at least 66 days. So do it for over 2 months and tell me after that point if you still feel like a night person. And maybe, yeah, your creative ideas do come to you at night. A lot of creative ideas come to us in the shower, on walks, in the middle of the night. Have a notebook, write those things down. But creative ideas, my personal philosophy is that creative is as creative does. Okay. So if you are creative with your life and how you interact and you allow yourself the space and time to have these creative thoughts, those can come at any moment, at any part of the day. You thinking that your best work in your creative things, that is just a story that you are telling yourself in the internet. So delete that story, write a new story, start telling yourself, I am awake and I have creative ideas at all hours of the day. If you make that part of your mantra for those 66 days, I guarantee it'll happen. Okay. That's really all I got for this one. This was a quick one, episode 19. I just wanted to bang it out again. Thank you to the sponsor of this podcast for now, Ads Sciences, company out of Boston. Love you guys a long time. I've used them for some side projects. I will continue to use them for some side projects, and I will most certainly keep referring them to a ton of people. I think they do great work. Lastly, if you're listening to this podcast on Spotify, please rate it 5 stars. Okay. Please go to ckcollective.co, find the podcast tab, submit questions. Okay. I'm trying to put out as much content as possible. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it, but that's part of being a content producer, is you got to do it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. I would love to answer any and all questions. Again, I am not an expert in all of this stuff. This is so For you, I want to get more guests on here to get their knowledge base going. If you want to be a guest on this, please shoot me an email, just info@ckcollective.co. Okay, or you can reach me on Instagram or anywhere else that you find my contact info. Other than that, if you want to work together, sessions, personal coaching, okay, strategy, business, both, okay, go to the website, ckcollective.co, book your sessions. I'll send you an invoice, and you can make partial payments as long as you, want to, I guess. So coaching's on their CMO for Hire product. That is for small businesses and entrepreneurs looking for someone who has been there, done that in terms of sales and marketing. I pitched a number of tier 1 clients, okay, pretty much every major brand you can think of. I've worked with them or I've talked to them at some point, and I know how a lot of these brands think. So if you're looking to grow your business or get better or just grow your company in any sort of way, I will tell you and teach you on weekly meetings through that CMO for Hire product. That is a one-time fee right now. I think it's around $550. So flat fee, services for the life of your company and or business. I think it's a great fit. So that's all I got for you. Episode 19. My name is Cam. I appreciate the hell out of you guys listening, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. See you out there.